So the first thing I'm going to talk about in this particular video is that you have to really know what you stand for as a man. You see what I'm saying? The absolutely least attractive quality that a man can have is having absolutely no fucking opinion, no clue what he believes in, what he stands for. He's not fighting for anything. He's just like whatever. You know, it's fucking pathetic. You know, guys wonder why these fucking asshole guys are getting laid, because they're just like, Yeah, it's because they stand for something. You know, even if they're stupid, they're jocks, they're manly, they're grabbing chicks, they have fucking balls. You know, they're doing something, you know, and they're fucking men. You look at him and you're like, well, he's a fucking man, that's for sure. He wants to fuck chicks. So that's at least attractive, even if the guy's a bit of a fucking dick. You see? So I'm not saying you have to fucking hit the gym and be a fucking retard, but you have to know what you stand for. You see? You have to have some kind of an opinion on topics, you know, globally. Like, what are you talking about? What's your code of ethics? Who are you? What are you interested in? What do you do? What do you think? You know, you need to be set. Even if a girl doesn't agree with you, at least she knows that you know who you fucking are. That when you open your mouth, you're not just agreeing with other people or taking on these ideas from society of like, yeah, sure, I read this in the paper today and that's totally, I agree with that, that's great. And my dad said this and yeah, that's great. Or what, you think that? Yeah, I think so too. You know, so figuring out what you are all about, what do you stand for, what do you believe in? Even if it's as simple as like, do you like pizza or hot dogs? Or do you think gluten is evil or not evil? Or do you think the government's super corrupt and wants to kill us all? Or the government actually loves us and is good? You know, whatever it is, but you got to figure out what you stand for. If you stand for nothing, you are nothing. That makes sense? So part one of being a man, figure out what the fuck your beliefs are. Figure it out, okay? I'm not pushing you in any direction, but just in general, figure out who the fuck you are and what you stand for. Okay, who are the people that you hate? Who are the people that you love? Who are your role models? Who are the people that should be on a, takeaway list where they should be taken away into a dungeon and locked up? You know, if you had $100 million, what would you do with that money? What would you do? You should know the answer to that question. You know, if you became God for a day and you could do whatever you wanted with a planet, what would you do? Okay, because the answers to these questions tell us who you are as a human being, who you are as a man. So figure it out. What the hell do you stand for? What's important to you? What are your values? If you have no values, you ain't shit. All right? So that's lesson number one in man lessons. Figure out what your values are. What's important to you. Only then will you be able to find a path in life where you'll actually be able to, live by some set of code, some set of rules, because if you have, again, no code, you're just another schlep. That's what makes a man fucking powerful, is having knowing what you stand for and having some set of rules, whatever that might be. Maybe you'll be like, well, I'm going to be honest with people, or maybe I'm not gonna lie to better myself. Or, for example, one of my rules is, all of those, but also that I'll never enter a business deal or any kind of financial deal where I'm getting a way better deal than the other person. I don't want to rip off somebody. I don't want to be ripped off. So I always try and go for an equitable deal, a fair deal. Does that make sense? That's just in my code of ethics. I don't want to rip people off. So same thing about honesty. I try and always speak the truth. I don't like fucking people over. I don't like lying or manipulating, obviously. So I've got all these little rules, and you have to figure out your own rules. It's a code to live by. And if you live by your own code, whatever that code is, and women realize that you have a code, even if they don't agree with it, that means you stand for something, it means you have a spine, it means you have balls, and they respect that, and you're going to get a lot further in life living by your own code. So that's it for video one. Remember, what makes you a man is having beliefs, living by your own motherfucking code, or that's one of the things.